Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Metroid Prime Remastered, where we are in the truly beautiful Phendrana Drifts. We're sort of halfway through the area really, because we just got the pirate base to explore now, which should be good fun. Also, I did notice the detail that the little lines on the thing actually get bigger the closer to the thing they get. I don't remember, was that in the original? I think that might have been in the original, I can't remember. Which is weird because it was only about a year ago that I played the original, but hey ho, what you gonna do? Memory no good. But, yes, so we've got to go through the pirate base, and then of course we go that way to fight the big boss of Phendrana, of course. Which should be good fun and a-okay, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Oh, that one. There we go. For it. Hi, guy. No, not you. No, you. You. No, you. Chest. It's a space pirate. Oh no, it's a shadow pirate. Right, really? I thought it was just a regular space pirate. I always thought that one was just regular space pirate. Must be misremembering that. Kablamo. Hey Jagoth, hey Kane. Thought this is awesome. Well, I would hope so. Little bundles of snow and stuff. It's all very good. Right. That's definitely going to take some getting used to. Why is it a double shot before the charge starts? Why not just a single? It was a single in the original and that was fine. Oh well. More things change, I guess. Hello. Oh! They took away the line. Where's the line? Why do I not have to defeat enemies to unlock doors? I really gotta get used to using the fucking shoulder button for this. Doors have been unlocked. Well, of course they have. Force fields. Ka-chunk. Map. Alright, so my destination here. For now, at least. I'm sure they've made these guys more aggressive. Feel more aggressive anyway. Alright. Pirate data. Log 10.348.344.8. We have codified the newfound energy source as Phazon. Codified? Codified. Because it's like a code. Codified. Why do I always pronounce it codified? I don't know. The way I say things can be very strange sometimes. A V-index mutagen, of which we have very little reliable data. Indications point to a meteor of unknown origin expelling Phazon into the environment. It wasn't a meteor. This material appears to possess the power to mutate organic life forms sufficiently to withstand its poison. These mutations appear promising, with abrupt evolutionary leaps appearing in single-generation reproduction. Plans to establish a full science team on Tallon IV are being finalized. It's because I'm British? No, not really. I think I just have a very minor speech impediment. I think I got brain damage. But that's neither here nor there. Honestly, the amount of knocks I've taken in my life, it would be little wonder if I have. Okay, log 10.587.7. Mining operations have begun near the crater where Phazon appears to be the most concentrated. Daily Phazon yields have increased 44%, and our mining system becomes more streamlined as personnel and equipment flows increase. Several incidents of Phazon-induced madness have been reported, prompting augmented life support regulations in the deeper chambers. Symptoms include loss of equilibrium, erratic respiration, muscle spasms, and in the most extreme cases, hallucinations. That sounds like me when I wake up in the morning. Lifetime reassignment for the refinery operation is recommended, as the material proves more unstable than initial analysis indicated. Xenon SAs undergoing relocation. I don't think any of these other ones are desperately important. Fish and chips. I'm having fish and chips for dinner tonight. Well, not traditional fish and chips. I'm having salmon fish cakes and chips. But yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, log 10.712.1. Most terraforming and retrofitting of security checkpoints on Tallon IV is complete, but we continue to research the alarming epidemic of breaches by local creatures. Door records show no unauthorized entries, so we must presume the creatures are either slipping in undetected during daily personnel moves, or else finding their way in through subterranean tunnels. We have found many small breaches of this latter source and plugged them wherever we can, but it is unlikely we will ever achieve full extermination within our current timetable. You were envious until you said salmon. Not a fan of salmon. I can understand that. Salmon is one of those weird ones. I don't like just plain salmon. Like if you get that sort of not really raw, but like fresh salmon, that tends to be very greasy and very oily and stuff. I'm really not a fan of that. But the salmon you get in salmon fish cakes is actually quite dry. And because obviously it's mixed in with like the mashed potato and the little bits of vegetables in with the fish cakes, it's actually got quite a nice taste to it. Ice beetle. Okay, ice beetles. Accessories are like limited to team only. You know, it's funny it talks about ice beetles, despite that's clearly a Metroid, and so is that. Like, these are clearly Metroids. But we'll be running into one of those soon enough, I suppose. And another red one. One of the things I do quite like is the Chozo lore you mostly find in the Chozo ruins, and the pirate lore you find in the pirate bases, both here and in the Phazon mines. It's actually a really cool attention to detail, because you think, oh, we'll just drop the lore wherever, you know, we'll just put it in an order where people are likely to find it. It's like, you can find things out of order in this game. It's one of the things I like. Okay, 10.515.8. Our initial tests exposing Tallon IV's indigenous parasites to Phazon appear to be successful. Increases in strength, size, and aggressiveness are common in all test subjects, as well as unforeseen evolutions like additional poison sacs within the abdomen and the appearance of a second ring of mandibles in several subjects. These creatures were chosen because of their resilience, and it appears possible that given enough exposure to Phazon, they may one day be able to survive on any planet we transport them to. Our methods will have to be refined. We currently have a 100% extinction rate after the 4th infusion period, and most survivors of the 3rd infusion rate are so violent and uncontrollable they have to be euthanized. Even still, we remain hopeful that further experimentation will result in success. Well, about that. Coming down. Hello. There we go. Sorted. Lots of miscellaneous stuff. But then I like miscellaneous stuff. I do wonder why they stuck with the little data point things rather than, like, you know, moving on to the you can scan this whole section bit from Prime 2 and 3. I mean, you'd think they might have updated that, but apparently not. Apparently they just decided not to. Cordite. That's super missiles. But then I suppose they wanted this remaster to be as faithful to the original as they could, so that's why they kept it the way the original one was. But I don't know, I think I'd preferred it the other way. Research Outpost Glacier 1 in the Phendrana Drifts region of Tallon IV's mountains is operating at 85% capacity. Sub-zero temperatures have made the Metroids sluggish and easier to control, even those well into Phazon infusion cycles. Cold containment stasis tanks are sufficient for the juveniles, but some of the larger Metroids have been moved to quarantine caves for safety purposes. Security doors remain an issue, as malfunctions due to ice occur every day. Large predators in the wastes are also a concern, as they continue to kill personnel and breach secure areas. Unfortunately, it has become clear that our containment teams cannot neutralize all of them without a vast increase in musicians and soldiers. So much stuff. Never bother reading all the yellow ones, really. Whoop. Oh. Forget how inaccurate the wave beam is. Hi, guys. Come on, let me get those super missiles already. Pirate data. Scans of the spiral sector detected a massive energy spike emanating from a Wanderer-class planet identified as Tallon IV. Scout reconnaissance was immediately dispatched to the center of the spike, a landmass at heading mark 40.08.02, returning with planetary samples and atmospheric imaging. Analysis shows the energy source to be an unstable radioactive material of enormous potential. We are unable to form an accurate risk assessment at this time, but we are unlikely to find an energy source this powerful again. Analysis will continue, but currently Tallon IV appears to be a viable secondary headquarters. Phason mining is underway. Several garrisons have been established, and terraforming of the Chozo ruins is underway. Security systems are operational, and science teams continue to make progress in their biotech research. The Phendrana Drifts have proven to be an optimal location for research headquarters, and soon it will be joined by a fully operational combat base and starport. If Command's predictions are half true, we shall rise to dominance in this sector within a Deca cycle. I'm assuming that's like a decade. Deca cycle. Cycle is a year. Deca 10 years. Decade. Truly, these are glorious times. Are they? Are they really? Boom, boom, boom. I already scanned these? I think I have. Yes, I have. Just wanted to double check. Ooh. Pretty. Ooh, actually, that is quite pretty. And there she is. Super missiles. I always seem to remember that there's like an extra one that pops up later. No, I can't remember. Alright. Ore Mine 2. An uninhabitable wasteland savaged by nuclear dust storms and constant seismic upheavals.
Recording to logbook.
Planet Zebus. The only mandatory beam combo. Very true, actually. Although the others are very fun to use. I'm very much looking forward to getting the Wave Buster. Was it Wave Buster? Yeah, it was Wave Buster, wasn't it? Planet's crust is primarily earthic ore, making it ideal for subterranean construction. A class... hang on... 19 planet. Zebus is inhospitable to most bioforms. The world was considered unremarkable until it became a base for space pirate forces. Truth.
Recording to logbook.
Tallon IV. Ecosystem studies indicate that Tallon IV was a biological paradise prior to the impact of an extraterrestrial object. What remains of the biosphere is slowly fading due to exposure to phaeton radiation. Current rate of decay, Tallon IV will be a barren Class 13 wasteland in approximately 25 years. Well, looks like we came here just in the nick of time. Billion. Quarantine atmosphere is rife with Materialis, a sentient gaseous global exterminator virus. Ooh. Planet is best known for twin fever, a disease caused by a viral strain native to twin tabula. Is it tabula or tabula? I don't know. In the early stages of the disease, victims suffer from double vision. When the twin sight fades, the victim is near death. Yeah, that is actually something that people often miss. The fact that Tallon IV and Zebus actually are in the same planetary system. It's really fucking wild that it's so glossed over in a way. I was like, oh yeah, they're totally in the same part of the world, no problem. Does make you think why the hell didn't the pirates find out beforehand? But it's what it is, I guess. Always enjoy doing that. Fire it at one door and get it to bounce off into another. Lovely. Ooh, scandals. Yes, I think I would like to save, thank you. What bloody alarms going off down the road, honestly. Some people. Later. Nope, ain't coming. Oh, already got that. Oh yeah, of course, because where'd the other guy go? There you are. Can you please not do that, thank you? Yeah, I can shoot missiles too, you know. And mine are better than yours. Ow. And sadly, we can't knock down... Which pillar is it? I think it's that pillar. I can't remember. No, it must be the other one. Because this one doesn't have the thing. I guess it's that pillar we knocked down then. Ooh, frosty. Anyway, down we go. Oh boy, here we go. Phazon Infusion Stage 6? How much have you been giving it? I've told you before, stop giving the Metroids treats. It just encourages them. Reconstruction of Geoform 187, codenamed Ridley, was recently completed. After his defeat on Zebus, Command ordered a number of metagenic improvements for him. Though aggressive, we were able to implement these changes in a cycle. The metamorphosis was painful, but quite successful in the end. Early tests indicate a dramatic increase in strength, mobility, and offensive capabilities. Cybernetic modules and armor plating have been added as well. We believe our creation, now termed Meta Ridley, will become the mainstay of our security force, a job he will certainly relish. But they make cute pets. Yeah, he's Meta Ridley now. He's like sort of really weird and wacky on the internet. Sort of very self-aware Ridley. Well, hi there.
Recorded to logbook.
Tallon Metroid, energy-based parasitic predator. The effects of Phazon have turned these Metroids, a species of alpha predator native to SR388, into a unique subspecies found only on Tallon IV. A Tallon Metroid will latch onto its prey and drain its energy, growing larger as it does. The only way to shake and touch Tallon Metroid is to enter Morph Ball mode and lay a bomb. Yep, not taking any risks on that one. Incoming. Hello. I remember you. Well, yeah, we'll lay a power bomb, but then a power bomb will deal with everything, really. Let's be honest here. Initial transfers of Metroids to Tallon IV research facilities has been completed. 3 were terminated in an incident at the landing site, but the others were pacified and transported safely. Initial Phazon infusion testing is underway. We are eager to observe the effects of Phazon on Metroids, especially their ability to absorb and process the energy given off by Phazon sources. Early research suggests a considerable growth in power and size. Whether the creatures stay transferable thereafter remains to be seen. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. Oh, no I'm not. You got incoming? Hi! There's another one, I know there is.
Recording to logbook.
Confidence is high regarding Phazon applications. We know enough about Phazon now to begin combining it with space pirate DNA. The code name for this venture will be Project Helix. Preliminary studies indicate that Phazon infusion could produce radical new pirate genomes. Benevolent mutations are high in current test subjects. Phazon madness is a concern, but refinements in the infusion process should reduce or neutralize the odds of mental degradation. Wasn't Phazon madness something they hinted at in Prime 3 as well? Like when the GF forces are using the PEDs, isn't there like the hint that some people can fall victim to Phazon-induced madness? It was something that was like hinted at in the lead up to material on the channel. I hinted at it in the trailer, but it wasn't in the game. Yeah, I thought so. It's like maybe that was like a plot point that was going to be bigger in the game, and then it was like cut for time or something, which happens a lot. Gently does it. Nice. Energy tanks.
Recording to logbook.
Metroid dissection continues to provide more questions and answers. Our research teams have isolated the energy conduits that run from the invasive twin mandibles to the energy core in the creature's four-part nucleus. But the manner with which a Metroid actually extracts the life force from its prey remains an utter mystery. The victim does not lose blood or any other vital fluids, and yet the Metroid extracts energy. Identifying this energy is our central problem. It takes no physical form, and yet without it, the victim dies. We will continue to research this matter, as the isolation of this life-giving essence could be the key to our ascendance. You can break that capture now. I thought it was only after the power went out. Well, apparently. I don't know, I just did it. Blimey, this is killing my throat. Studies of Metroid biology continue, though with limited progress. It seems likely that we will be much more successful using the Metroids for our means rather than trying to reproduce their powers. If they could be adequately tamed, we would have no need of a proper understanding of their metabolism. A small force of disciplined Metroids could wipe out entire armies, and once we find a way to shield them from cold containment weapons, they will be invincible. Furthermore, if we could harvest the energy they consumed, we would have a near limitless source of power at our disposal. See if I scan these things. I have not.
Recorded to logbook.
I have now. Yeah. There goes one. Hello. All this overspecies that was created to wipe out a parasite? Well, I mean, you know, they were designed to be pretty damn tough, so yeah, I guess. I mean, let's be honest, even the bloody Galactic Federation was at least, you know, vaguely interested in Metroids. Totally for peaceful purposes, of course. Thermal vision tests. Yeah, I do like how you're just basically swiping this one from the Space Pirates. Peace through overwhelming firepower. Yep. That's the way of the Brotherhood of Nod. Peace through power. Whoa, that is blurry as fuck. Okay. Oh, that is gonna fucking knacker my bitrate. Oh, also, it is way more dark in here. I can't see a fucking thing. Usually you can see like a little something, but nope, absolutely not. Okay. I guess we're doing it this way then, huh? You do get used to it. Oh, I don't doubt that. It's not bad. I mean, this is the thing. It's not like bad, but it is noticeably blurrier. Like, originally everything still looked kind of smooth, but yeah, this is like noticeably different. Again, not bad, but it'd be interesting to see if they've tweaked the X-ray as well, but no spoilers, we'll get to that when we get to that. Can I just point out, I really, 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 really like how fast the doors open in this version of the game. Like, I really fucking like that. Honestly, this game is worth it just for that. They're so fast. You're not sitting there waiting for like 10 seconds for a fucking door to open. Hold still. Ow. Yeah, I don't want to fight you. I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm good, thanks. Since I hadn't saved in a while. I have it in my head that one of these pops up later, but that might have been a bug that got fixed. I don't know why. Sure there is. I think in the original version there's like a core, like an actual logbook entry that doesn't show up until after you've done something. But as I say, I think they've clearly fixed that. Really think you can just hide from me like that? That's not how it works. Oh, hello. Alright. Oh, bloody sirens going off, honestly. Busy day today. I'd say given all the snow we've had lately, but we haven't really had any... Well, we have had snow around here, but... Stop hiding and let me kill you! Accept the sweet embrace of death. Hey Jagoth, maybe you can answer this one for me. Do they still have that... I don't know if it was a bug or if it was an intentional design thing. I doubt it was intentional, but... Do they still have the thing where later on in the game where you're fighting Metroids, if they try to follow you from one room into another, they explode? The game still have that? That's not really a spoiler, just curious. Always used to make me laugh. Sneak up behind me. Honestly, some people are so good. They stop at the door, but if forced through somehow, they die. Enemies are locked to the room that they are in. Okay, that's good to know. It had happened once when I was grabbed by a fusion Metroid at a door, and before I could bomb it off, another Metroid ran into me, pushed me through the door. Yeah, that's usually how it happens. Sometimes if they decide to, like, charge at you, they will charge through the door. It doesn't happen that often, but I'm pretty sure that did happen back in the original game, too. So, good to know that's still a thing. This is the one thing I really don't like about this game, is the constant beam switching. I prefer it if, like, I don't mind doors having a color code on them, but, like, once you've shot them once with that color, they should automatically revert to being normal doors, so you don't have to keep switching beams every 5 fucking seconds. Hello, Mr. Rockman. Give me a bit of an advantage there. Let's rock. I think someone was a fan of Galaxy Quest. Actually, I don't know if that movie came out before or after this game. I could say either. Okay. Prison Raging your number service. It's auto-targeting. Yeah, I think we gotta use other visors to find his rather particular weak spot. Woo, hello. Ah. You rolling? You be rolling. Damn it, missed. That worked. Ow! Balls. God damn it, I keep getting caught by that. So we'll do a couple of pickups. Aha! Are we having fun yet? You sure am. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Oh, he's mad. This is where everything gets all misty. Whoa, that's new. Ooh, never noticed that before. No, I never. Whoa, hello. Ow. Also, Metroid Fusion was added to the NSO. Cool. Yeah, I've been seeing people around playing that. People are always like, wow, Metroid Fusion's better than I remember. I'm like, I never forgot how good Metroid Fusion was. People just got it in their heads that it was bad for some reason. But Fusion's always been great. Maybe a bit more linear than you might like from a Metroid game, but not bad. Ow. Stop it. Hey, that worked. You prefer Super Metroid and Zero Mission? Oh, same, yeah. Fusion has problems. Its linearity is its biggest detriment. Although I think it does play into its linearity quite well. Where its linearity isn't like a big problem, it's just like, well, I'd have preferred it if we could have done this the other way. But you know, it is what it is. I think I personally prefer Zero Mission to Super Metroid because the controls are snappier. Like, they're tighter. Doesn't feel as floaty as Super Metroid does. Cool. Last one. Last one. I think he's actually getting faster. I don't remember him doing that in the original. God damn it. I forgot that I did that. Uh-huh. I think you're going to die now. Good night. Personally, I'd like to imagine that that little ding is what actually repaired the spider ball, and the suit just didn't tell her until she got the upgrade anyway because it was being annoying. It's just like, well, you know, I let her pick up the upgrade. I don't want to tell her that I just got tapped on the back of the head. It's like the ding! Spider ball unlocked. What the fuck? Oh yeah. Spider ball, spider ball. Damn straight. Now, what was the button? That one, okay. Had to be one of them, I guess. Thing is, though, I mean, in terms of, like, my favorite 2D Metroid game, while I could be wrong, I think maybe Dread has pipped it to the post. Because Dread is really fucking good. Like, it's really fucking good. Yeah, we need the ice beam for that. Gonna say mine is probably Dread. Yeah, I think Dread is my favorite 2D. Then Zero Mission. And then literally, like, directly underneath it would be Super Metroid. Super shows. That's fine. I mean, you know, Super is a fantastic Metroid game. It is a classic for good bloody reason. But I don't know. I just feel it's become a little bit antiquated these days. It's why I'm kind of thinking, like, I'd like a Super Metroid remake. Like, I'm serious. And I think that if they used the Dread engine to do it, that could actually be the perfect fucking Metroid game. Crap, get out the lava. Get out of the lava, you prick. Some people. Now, let's start by killing off these things because they're annoying. Assuming I remember which button to press. Uh-huh. Now. Beep boop. Boom boom. Boom boom. Why the hell this needs to be timed, I'm not exactly sure, but... Oh, also, it's 4 o'clock. Once I get this item, I should probably pause and take a break. Lovely. Okay, so, as I said, we will pause, take a quick break. Oh, that's the wrong button. Just while we get going. But hey, we got 66 of the logbook, 33 the item collection. So we're about halfway there, really, when you think about it. So that's good. Anyway, right. Break time. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Alright, now. Let's see, where the fuck are we gotta go? Well, let's just go this way for now. I'm sure we'll remember it all in good time. Let's see, the last thing we picked up was the Spider Ball. Spider Ball. And that was a good movie. And so Spider Ball is... Oh, Ice Beam. So it's back to Chozo. Good night. Yeah, I think their flame attack has definitely been shortened. Not by much, but I definitely notice it. Now, we don't need to go back to Tallon yet, so we'll keep wandering through. Ow, ow. balls. Get out of the lava. Well, that could have gone better. Ow. Rude. Do I normally go this way? You know, I don't actually remember. Probably not. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm not going for a run, speed run. No, I do normally go this way because this is what nets me the... second way. No, it's in the next area. I do normally go this way because this is how I get the artifact. I did not fire a super missile at that. What the fuck? Did I? No, that was the super missile. That was a regular missile. What? What? That... I'm sure I just shot a regular missile at this. That was really fucking random. Okay, fine. Well, it happened, I guess. You were too busy taunting the SAX. Look, don't play with your food, alright? Alrighty-o then. Right, okay. So we know where we need to go, which is over... Where is it? Well, we can get an item in there. Although actually, no, we'll probably wait until later so we can get that one. Yeah, we need to go over to here. That's where we're aiming for. So what items can we get on the route? Well, we need... What's it for that? We can we get into there? No, well, we can, but we need gravity suit to get the other item in there. We've been down this route. I think we can go up this way through there and then across. So yeah, we go up. Trying to work out why that blew up with just a regular missile. I know it wasn't a super missile that shot at it. I'm positive it wasn't. I mean, maybe I was just... No, I am positive that was not a fucking super missile. Maybe, did they change it? Ghosty time. Your unofficial introduction, because of course the real introduction is supposed to be in the room you run into later on, of course. But I can make an unofficial introduction now. Ooh, shiny. Balls. I can do that too, you know. Ow, ow. There we go, there's one. Goodbye, ghosty goo. Goodbye, ghosty goo number 2. Hello. Missed. Night night. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the footage of me blowing that pillar up. I'm absolutely convinced I did it with a regular missile. I mean, it could be a bug or a glitch, or maybe they just changed it to a regular missile. I mean, that would be a bizarre thing to change, but yeah, I can't imagine they'd change something like that. It was probably a bug or a glitch or something. It's the only thing that makes any kind of sense. And that's assuming I wasn't, like, hallucinating or something. Kind of wish they had the proper rewind feature on Twitch that YouTube has. It really is getting to the point where, like, streaming on YouTube just seems like the better deal now. You got a bigger audience and everything else. Swing it to here, why not? Balls. Straight into water. You just beat the fake Chozo statue infusion with only 2 HP left. It's only one way to do it. A little bit out of practice on the game, are you? The fake Chozo statue is not a hard boss. It just introduces the alternate version of the large X parasite that you get items and stuff from. Great. Not that I can do anything about it yet, of course. Ooh. Talking about the one you get the plasma beam from? Oh, the plant one. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I always forget that that's also technically a Chozo statue. Sorry, you said fake Chozo statue. I assumed you meant the first fake Chozo statue, the one where you get the charge beam from. Because, you know, that one actually looks like a Chozo statue. The plant boss one only does if you know to pay attention for it. So yeah, the plasma beam plant boss, yeah, that one is actually quite difficult. It's, if you know what you're doing, you can get through the whole boss without too much trouble. You just sit on, I think it's the right of the 2 platforms, and you just spam missiles at it, occasionally going down in the morph ball to drop power bombs to get rid of all the little spores flying around. And then once the front falls off and it's firing the lasers at you, you just have to dodge them. You just jump and you dodge them. It's actually really not that hard. But yeah, I can understand. You have to know the rhythm in order to be able to get into it. What is this otherworldly pestilence that infests the land, seeking out life in its blind need for corruption? And where did the meteor that was brought it originate? Was it crafted by alien hands, or is it a roving chunk of a planet that suffered a violent end? Our minds quail in horror at the thought that long ago, in some corner of the universe as yet unseen by our eyes, the entire planet was perhaps once coated with this great poison. Whatever cataclysm may have ruptured that doomed place must have been mighty indeed. And if other meteors from it spread throughout space, bearing this evil to the far corners of the universe, we hold fast to the hope that this is not so, that the only surviving remnants of this evil are here on Tallon IV. Then, at least, there is hope for its eradication. You were wrong. You felt very well when the core form just ripped you apart. Ah. Yeah, that area is a bit weird because the size of the environment is kind of small. So you're kind of locked in a very tiny area. Trying to deal with that, it can be quite irritating. So yeah, I do know exactly where you're coming from with that. So to the Entrusted One, if you read these words, then our hope has not been in vain. Your path is fraught with danger. Monstrosities beyond description lurk in the shadows, starving, hunting for prey, searching for ways to quench the poisonous urges that bloom in their brains. Some of these are shrewd, but they are blinded by their evil designs. Believing in the black promise of the great poison, they seek to harness it for their own ends. It is these last that are the greatest danger. When you rid the universe of these creatures, you will be the true Entrusted One. Which is unintentionally setting up, like, you know, corruption, if you think about it. Like, you know, Samus takes the fight to the pirate homeworld and, you know, helps the Galactic Federation to essentially take control of the planet. So, yeah. None know if our temple, the Cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. For now, it wraps around that abomination, cutting it off from the world above. However, we believe the power of the cipher, which has been produced by linking the 12 artifacts, should be strong enough. The fate of this world is now left to the one who will collect all the artifacts in the future. The time when the Entrusted One knows is approaching.
Recording to logbook.
I also do wonder if these were supposed to be scattered in other rooms, because the fact you get 3 big bits of lore all in the same room, it's quite rare, and the pirate one makes sense. And I suppose this one kind of makes sense of, oh, it's the lore room. But I do wonder if these were supposed to be put elsewhere, but yeah, whatever. Many Chozo are gifted with the distant sight, and even more begin to learn it as our harmonization with the universe becomes more and more complete. We peer forward, seeing prophecy in the ripples of the water, hearing rumors of coming days on the breath of the wind. Though we celebrate the distant sight, many of these visions are dark. The worst of the prophecies, and the most common, tell of the coming of the worm. Born from parasites, nurtured in a poisoned womb, the worm grows, devouring from within, until the world begins to rot. Not all prophecies come to pass, of course, but we cannot help but fear this dark portent. Come on. Oh, nope, I've got the wrong thing equipped. Might help. Boom, 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 boom. Kablamo. Why do they even bother with the timer on that? It seems so pointless. Don't remember those being so pretty. Only the holder of 12 shall face the worm. What is this? The monument mythos? Ooh, I do need to go here. Because, although I don't specifically need it, I do need to scan it. Do I need it? Nah, I'm fine. This is where you're supposed to get your introduction to the ghosts. One super missile and a charge beam shot will take care of a ghost. Well, at least on normal difficulty. Ooh, glow. Animation still looks jerky as hell. Shit, I forgot which button I was supposed to press. My mistake. The animation on that never did look any good. It always looked so janky. Things bound to earthly shapes are temporal and frail. Existing in a single dimension, they are fragile, vulnerable, and ultimately mortal. However, not all things obey this law. Shapeless, they wait beyond the realm of perception, emerging only when one arrives who can feel their presence. Such is the will of the Chozo. Our will to defeat the evil seeping into this planet remains. We desire only to see the darkness meet its end. The will of the Chozo has no mind or reasoning of its own, though. This will be the entrusted one's trial. Which is basically a very soft way of saying this is why there are Chozo ghosts here. It's just like, yeah, it's the collective will of all the Chozo that died on the planet. Yep, totally. Yep, absolutely. Not a problem. Yes, and it's great. What, the janky animation on the thing? Yeah, it's fun. It's completely fucking random, but it's fun. Oop, come on, up. No, up. I'm holding my balls. Well, singular. And we're up. Never forget to turn this off, because otherwise you got to go through that every single bloody time and it's really annoying. Snazzy water effects. That is, I will say, the water effect was the one thing that the Wii version of Prime kind of got a bit wrong. Because in the original version of Prime, the water effects actually had proper ripples. But in the Wii version of Prime, they didn't. Why? I don't know. Engine reasons, I suppose. Not a problem in this version, of course, but just making a point of noting. Ice, ice, baby. Let's get chilly. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Cool. Alright. And you died. Oh dear. Fusion is a hard game, actually. Fusion is one of the hardest Metroid games. It could be fucking brutal if you're not, like, ready for it. I cannot even remember how many times I died playing the Fusion the first time. The bosses in that are insane. Now I need to remember where all these different routes go, because I'll be honest with you, I don't. Come on. I know they all lead back to Tallon, but I forget which one leads where. You're at Nightmare? Oh, Nightmare can be tricky. I remember how long it took me to remember. Oh yeah, I've got a fucking charge beam. First time I ever played that. Because you use your missiles so much because they're actually, you know, really quite strong. And you kind of just forget. Oh yeah, that's right. I got that, haven't I? Isn't there? Yeah, there is an item down this route, I think. Missile. We don't want to go this way. What we need to do is go back to Phendrana, of course. But, nab this real quick. While I'm in the area, why not? Ow! That didn't bloody work. Ow! Huh. I don't remember that in the original. Was there always a hole in the wall there? I don't remember that being in the original. Holy crap, you can actually see, like, part of the space. That wasn't there! Oh, I'd have to go back and look. I don't remember that being there. Huh. I genuinely have to go back and actually physically look. Oh, there is that Metroid Prime map thing online. Someone actually like rendered out the entire map of Metroid Prime on this viewable web browser thing. It fucking lags like hell. But I could check that, I guess. Now you, where do you? Oh no! Don't you go to close to the entrance to the Phazon Mines? Yes, I think you do. I don't think there's anything to do with this one yet, because I think it takes you on the upper area, and to get to the lower area, you got to go through the wrecked frigate, and to do that, you got to get the gravity suit. I think. Assuming my memory is indeed accurate. Which it mostly is. Yep. Obviously we can't go up there yet. I think we can, however, get up here. Haha! I do like being able to use the rain to see where the invisible platforms are. It's such a fantastic attention to detail thing. I love it. Yeah, but there's a route. Where is it? Ah, it's down here. Yeah, but you can't open it from this side. It's going to be open from the other side with that. And that's for later on. Yeah, we'll be down there later once we actually gain access to the Phazon Mines. Gravity suit is next. Yes, you take the other elevator to Tallon for missile expansion. I got that first. Pay attention. I know you're playing Fusion right now, but try to pay at least a little bit of attention, please. Never. I mean, at least you're chatting to me. It's more than most of my viewers can say. Take your tips even if you've done them. Yeah, it's very useful. Okay. Let me think. Yeah, we gotta go back to Phendrana to get the gravity suit. And then back to Tallon once we're done with all that. Hang on a second, isn't it? I think we'll take the other route. Missed. Jumpy jump. No. Why does the ice beam have to be so slow? Alrighty ho. Okay. What we need is, I guess it's back to Magmore. Honestly, I do think the placement of the ice beam is in absolutely the wrong fucking area. Because if you think about it, you're in Phendrana, you pick up the spider ball, then you have to come all the way to the other arse end of the map just to get the ice beam, to have to go all the way back to Phendrana just to get the fucking gravity suit, and then you have to go to Tallon in order to get, and it's just like, couldn't you put the ice beam in Magmore? Like, it's not the first time they've done it. Boost ball, space jump, wave beam. Yeah, I was literally about to bring that up too. It's just like, they really did like to do that. They hadn't quite learned like level design flow in that regard yet. I mean, they kind of had, but they kind of hadn't. Now, we can't get to that one yet. Well, I'm sure there's probably like cheats and stuff. But what we need to do is we need to do that one. Oh, and we also need to do... Is it you? Just one randomly in a tree. For no reason. Hi, big guy. You sure you want to do this? I guess so. You gonna drop anything good when you fade away? Ooh. If I scan that? Yes, I have. Don't say no to that. What? Can I get a better camera angle on this? No, apparently I can't. Why am I here? No, I want to go to Magmore. Then again, maybe it would be a decent idea to go to Tallon. If I went to Tallon, I could go that way. Can I theoretically do that? See, this is the thing that always like makes me go, like, which way am I going? Like, what's the best way to get to here, to there from here? And it's like, it's where the breadcrumb trail starts to really fall apart. Coming through. I think coming this way is slightly faster. And then we'll go through Magmore to get to the second Phendrana entrance. Ka-clunk. Ow. What was that for? Rude. Ow. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Where's the friggin' way out? And why can I not jump high enough? You know, normally you can. I guess they're being a little more particular about it. Sometimes got stuck in lava too. Maybe they've changed something about, like, I don't know, the viscosity of it or something. I don't know. Alright. I need to remember where the doors will go, because I'll be honest with you, I don't. Ah yeah, that one leads back to the Space Pirate base. Don't need to go that way. As fun as it would be, I don't need to go back there. Yet. Ow. Now that's just bloody rude and you know it. Oh, I forgot about these fuckers. I forgot they added those in. I was like, wait, why did I hear the Metroid sound just now? Oh, yeah, now I remember. Because they weren't in the original GameCube version for me. Like, I forget that they're there, even though they're technically in the Wii version as well. Because, well, I just forget, really. Because my mind always automatically goes to the first version of the game you play. So, GameCube version for me. It's the same with Twilight Princess as well. Because the first version of Twilight Princess I played was the Wii version, which is actually mirrored. So left is right, right is left. And when I bought the Wii U version, I was at first very confused. Because the Wii U version is not mirrored. And I never owned the GameCube version of Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess was the game I got when I first got my Wii, which was great fun. Oh yeah, that's right, I need that. Disappointing. Ow. Okay, you know what? I think we're going to have to pause again because it is once again 5 o'clock. So we're doing alright. We'll get the gravity suit and we'll probably make a start into the Phazon mines. Might get down there in the next hour. I'm not entirely sure. Once we get the gravity suit, obviously that makes things a little bit easier going forward. Anyway, back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Alright. So yes, we were going this way. And now we go. Into the Wawa. Memory serves. Ah yes, the hentai. Gravity suit. Perfect. Just what I always wanted. Ooh. Ooh, it actually glowed a bit first, too. That's neat. Ah, purple. Yes. A gravity suit acquired. Movement in liquid environments is no longer hindered. And although it doesn't specifically say it, you can also see better underwater, too. I don't know if it's actually mentioned in the data log or not, but it's true. Because one could actually freeze those guys. Maybe not. Oh, there's the game's code again. Now, these guys you can freeze. Ooh. I noticed the beams actually affect the water now. That's neat. Alright, now we can get the hell out of this section. Let me see. What would be the best way for that? Honestly, I think it's just to go to the elevator again. That's the wrong door. Okay, so we've got the wrecked ship to go through now. Or well, the downed frigate. Literally the same thing. I'm convinced the only reason they included this is because it's supposed to actually be like a reference to, you know, Metroid 3. Like I'm positive that's the case. I mean, it's the starting area of your game, which is, you know, the plant area. Well, I suppose, but you know what I mean. It's the starting area. It's close to your ship, and there's a giant wrecked ship nearby full of ghosts and stuff. And although the ghosts are in a different part of the map, it definitely feels like a nod to Metroid 3. Couple ammo. Let's make a save. Lovely. Still looks really bloody good. Alright, let's get down the hole. Love that nice quick door opening. Wrong one. Gotta press the button first. You know, me and a friend were actually talking about the remaster was it last night? Night before that? I can't remember which. And we were just talking about how much they made Phazon look like a fucking proto-molecule from Expanse. Which I mentioned last time I was playing this. That's why I brought it up. We noticed there were quite actually a lot of similarities between that. We do wonder if, like, the people behind the Expanse, like... we have a... Oh, here we go. It was around here somewhere. If the people behind the Expanse were like fans of Metroid. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you've ever watched the series or read the books. Both are really good, by the way. Not sure which one to recommend first, because they both have their pros and cons. Obviously, the book came first. And then the series was based off of the book. The series does have a few drawbacks. Like, the series has some pacing issues. Not bad ones, but noticeable ones. But I would recommend watching The Expanse show. That's just a fucking great TV series. Isn't there like something very specific, like a very specific thing you can scan in one of these rooms? I know there's little creepy crawlies in one room. Hello. Yeah, these things are annoying because you think you know what they are. No, you don't. They're something completely different. Now these guys you have to scan because they go away after a while. Still not close enough? How about you?
Recording to logbook.
Nice. Nope, you don't have the booster, that's Prime 2. Ah, yes, that's right. It's blurry vision time. Still, yeah, that's the same one. I do like how you got to navigate through the frigate backwards now. It's a nice attention to detail. Like, remember this place? Do you remember it backwards? Energy tank. There it is.
Recording to logbook.
Aquadrone. Oh. Wrong bloody one. Of course it was the wrong bloody one. Yoink. Alright. Wasting ammo for shame. Yes, of course, because it's in such limited supply. On hard mode where you ran out of ammo for super missiles while fighting the Omega Pirate? For shame. Call yourself a Metroid fan. Actually no, the Omega Pirate is a genuinely tricky boss. Again, that was one of the bosses that I got really stuck on first time I ever played Metroid Prime. I got really stuck on that boss. That's the thing. Yeah, the aqua sac. I knew there was one very specific thing that was like up. It's really weird because I think this is like the only room it shows up in for some reason. It's just so random. Wrong way. Right way. I know I have the spring ball. I wasn't using... Does the spring ball work on the bubbles, actually? I didn't think it did. I thought you had to use the... Ow. Don't do that. I thought you had to use the... Oh, it does. Oh, I thought you had to use the bombs on the bubbles. I don't know if that's something that was exclusive for the remaster. Maybe, but that's probably just my memory playing up. It's more likely to be my memory just not working. Handy shortcut. I do like that this is not just a mirrored image now. It works in the Wii version. Okay. Maybe it was one of those things I just tried once, it didn't quite work, so I just figured it never would. Intense radiation detected. That is very cool. Also, they got rid of the voice for this as well. Like... Huh. That seems so weird, doesn't it? That, like, they got rid of the defeat enemy to unlock door and intense radiation detected. And yet, they kept that same voice for, you know, various suit malfunction and all that. Did you have the voice off? No! I got it set to, standard, to the UK version. Rather than... Besides, that's just narration voice. Not voice. I don't think I do, actually. I will double check I didn't accidentally turn it off. I don't think I did. Narration. No, partial. There you go. So it should be what it is normally. Because full is that it speaks to you when you boot the game up. Partial is that it doesn't. I always thought that was weird. Especially seeing as when I booted up the game, I had it turned on, and rather than saying Phendrana Drift, it said like Ice Cavern or something like that. Which is strange. It's not the Ice Cavern. Alright, we're in. Bloody phase on mines, here we go. Glowy, clicky stuff. Oh, they probably just removed it. They probably didn't think it was necessary. Phase on mines. Ooh, it looks so dusty. Actually, aren't these turrets better versions? They are. You know, I had that in my head. Wasn't 100% sure if they'd been replaced or if they got replaced later. Well, we know that there's a save point up here. Memory serves. I do like how the ice beam just fucking wrecks them. Oh, when you're done, go into the model viewer and look at the turrets and mega turrets and rotate the models. It has a unique thing, but I won't spoil the surprise. Alright, I'll try to remember that. You mean after the stream? Okay. Put all phase-on mutations to science team immediately. All units with useful mutations will receive an increase in pay and rations. Elite and trooper candidates are now being selected. Who's like that one? Always gets a laugh out of me. Kaboom. Yes, we still don't have that yet, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyway, what the hell am I looking for? I don't know. I don't even remember at this point. Oh, that's right. We gotta turn off the force field, which is there. Hello. The models look bigger. It'll say you pointing out, hey, go and check the models in the gallery when you're done. They look bigger. Sure, they look more streamlined in the original. Ah, yes. We get the purple pirates. They show up soon. I don't remember when. I know it's pretty soon. Is it up here? Might be. Yep, here we go. They still have those weird looking heads. Although I will say the animation in the cutscene looked a little better. Didn't just look like it was repeating the same basic movement a few times. There's actually a bit of dynamicness to it. So that's good. The doors have been unlocked. Ah, Bendesium. Bloody parabombs. Whoop. Hi guys. Not to say I'm sort of used to this at all. I like the idea that there's just like little traces of Phazon kicking around here, because it's like, well, they've clearly mined out this particular area and then they just turned it into a transport tunnel afterwards. They don't care about a little radiation, obviously. Oh yes, the elite pirates. You're going to be fun. Hey, pirate data. Space pirate encrypted data. Okay, 11.001.9. Initial Project Helix experiments with space pirate embryos were disastrous. The Phazon infusion process degenerated brain tissue even as it augmented muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates lived to maturity. The few that survived their infanthood suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as juveniles, killing anything within their zone of perception. Research team Scleria made a recent breakthrough in which parasite studies with a Phazon strain codenamed Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have successfully infused Vertigo Phazon with space pirate DNA with great success. The latest batch of elite pirates have reached maturity successfully and are ready for field testing and training. And let's get the platform down. I think the guys are already dead, although I do appreciate the thought. Oh yeah, the giant fuck-off laser. That's fun. Platform system active. There we go. Sorted. Good job, I know where it is. Alright. Nice and simple. That's what I like. Slowly descend and avoid damage. I jump off and tank the hits. Honestly, I do that too. I'm just as likely to. I would just thought, I'll go down normally this time. Why not? It doesn't really matter one way or the other. The result is the same. You've got to go up normally though. You don't have a choice on that one. Also, I like that this is a little easier to read now, actually, looking at the lines and everything like that. It's, yes, much clearer. Never mind. I was trying to be all careful and methodical about it, but no, you had to fall off, didn't you? I love this. You actually see the underside of the impact crater here, which is just fucking phenomenal attention to detail. They made a lot more floating rocks. I don't remember there being that many floating rocks originally. Could be wrong, but... Ah, can we still, We can! Lovely. Wakey, wakey. Come on. Good night. 3 super missiles will do it. Security Command issued an all-point alert after the fall of Zebus. The alert concerned Bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle, along with a number of potent beam and concussive weapons. You'd think they'd know it was Chozo, considering that, you know, they're responsible for wiping out the Chozo. All combat units are instructed to terminate Aaron on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Aaron to command. Dead or alive, it matters not. Investigations into a possible ingress point for the impact crater continue to meet with failure. The shield of strange energy that protects it is impenetrable, and all attempts to tunnel past it have proven fruitless. Our continued futility in this matter is made all the more significant in light of the recent life form readings we have discovered emanating from deep within the crater. Analysis of the readings indicate that a massive creature is gestating there, absorbing enormous amounts of phazon from the phazon core at the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes accessing the crater doubly important. Not only will it open the door to vast deposits of phazon within, but also lead us to this creature, whatever it may be. Well, funnily enough, we call it Prime. Metroid Prime. Where's my memory? What's through here? Dead end. Fair enough. Science team is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's arsenal based off of data acquired from her assault on our forces. Progress is slow, but steady. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapon prototypes in 3 cycles. Samus Aran's parasuit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious morph ball function. All attempts of duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our morph ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on afterwards. I do quite like that. Again, it's a funny little bit of like world building. Does make you wonder though, I mean, if it's been 3 cycles since they supposedly perfected these beam upgrades, I guess it means it's been like 3 years since Metroid 1. Ooh, I should scan you. Like at least 3 years? I don't know, timeline was always a bit vague for me. They fixed that you can't freeze an ice missile troopers. Now, apparently that's not a thing anymore. Sad. Big sad. Nope, nothing there too. Oh, no, that was actually pirate data. I thought that turned off the shield. We have come to another dead end. It's clear now that we will never discover the location of the Chozo Artefacts until we can decipher the message carved into the statues in this abominable temple. Our language databases are woefully inadequate, and our linguistic analysts can come up with little more than vague theories. The best hypothesis that we can offer is that finding artifacts will require items spiritually linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost, and Command grows more impatient by the day. Results must be produced soon. That was the one for the force field. Although we are still no closer to finding the artifacts of the Chozo, we have at least produced a viable hypothesis for their function. It appears that each of the artifacts corresponds with one of the statues on the temple platform, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the number of statues, we assume there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find the resting spots of all 12, we can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gate system at long last. Once we do, the impact crater and whatever creature it shelters will be ours for the taking.
to logbook.
Results are in from field studies on the bioform group Chozo, who we believe are extinct. We believe that Tallon IV was once a stronghold in a great Chozo empire, brought low by the meteor strike. Planetary devastation brought an end to the Chozo, yet remnants of their society remain. We are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us we destroy. In time, we shall have all we need from this dead race, and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins. The dead should serve the living, not hinder them. What a prick.
Recorded to logbook.
Analysis continues on these cursed ruins and the Chozo temple that hovers near to them. We are now completely certain that the containment field that denies us access to the impact crater is linked to the strange artifact that belongs in the temple, but we are no closer to finding them, or deciphering the riddles that seem to cover every wall of the ruined place. Command grows increasingly anxious for a resolution to the matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squadrons will begin terrain sweeps within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all architectural anomalies to their commanders.
Recorded to logbook.
There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities at Chozo ruin sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing, only to be followed by another attack. Science team believe these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover Chozo relics and artifacts. Somehow these entities are able to interact with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifacts to themselves. We will make them pay for such arrogance, for even ghosts can be destroyed. Yes, they can. And this is where a small part of the level design of this area is really going to start to kick me in the nuts. Because it's 6 o'clock, and we've got a while before we hit a save point. And for some reason, they just didn't put any save points in this whole area. There's one at the start, and there's one towards the end, and that's it. Nice. Not too long, but you do have a boss fight first. I don't think so. Don't I just go down here through a couple of corridors and then done? I think the boss fight's on the way back, isn't it? Gotcha. Do I need to pick up the item first, or can I use the save point now? Oh, well, that's still the same. Nope, looks like I gotta pick the item up first. Okay. I'm assuming they still kept the randomization on this. No reason for them I suppose. Alright, let's get some power bombs. Power bomb. How do you do it? R. I am going to set off so many by accident. Alright, and mercifully, thankfully, save point is right in here. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to not put that many save points in this. I mean, I suppose it's fine, but if you're on a time crunch, it can be a bit annoying. Anyway, we are going to leave it there for today because, well, I'm already 5 minutes over time and I got to go. But we're doing well. I mean, 51% of items, 89% of log entries. Yeah, we're doing pretty damn good, I think. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.